week 1. Are we starting Stephen Curry? Re-injured the ankle. He has said that he was being held out as a precaution. Mark Jackson has said he was being held out as a precaution. Are you buying that?
Yes, I'm going to buy it right now because the first week of the season, we saw what he went through in the preseason. Obviously, it's to be rest, to be cautious, to make sure he's ready to go. Now, how many games? Is it a 4-game week for him?
3.
3-game week. I'm still going to green light you if you pick Steph Curry in your league, on your team. Go ahead and play him. It's the first week. Let's give him one more shot to see if he can stay healthy to start the year.
I'm clearly pulling for Stephen Curry, but
yes,
my decision to draft him over Kevin Love last year in League Freak cost me a championship, or at least a shot at a championship. Now, Stephen Curry, 2 years ago, when I took him over Darren Williams in the NBA TV League, it was the reason why I won the championship.
Keep going, man. You bring up old stuff.
No, but what I'm saying is everybody knows I'm super high on Stephen Curry. But after last year having my hopes dashed and then seeing the ankle hurt again in the preseason, I'm blessing him week 1 and crossing my fingers for the season. That's the best I can tell you on Stephen Curry. Darren Collison of the Dallas Mavericks has been aided by the fact that Delonte West is on the outs with the Dallas Mavericks. I thought there was going to be some competition there at the 1, but this is now clearly his spot with only Roddy Beaubois behind him.
Even if Delonte West would have been around, I still would have given him the fluorescent green light. He's a true point guard. We know Delonte West is a combo guard. We know he can guard, twos on defense, decent shooter. But to run your ball club night in, night out, that's why they went out and got Darren Collison.
Collison's had some big games in the preseason. He's going to have a big week. 3 games for the Dallas Mavericks starting Tuesday night on TNT against Steve Nash and the L.A. Lakers. What a tasty treat that's going to be. Now let's talk about Brandon Jennings. Brandon Jennings, I'm really, really high on him this year. The threes, the steals, the assists, the field goal percentage went up last year. I think he's going to average around 20 points per game. I think he's a high second-round pick. I'm that high on him. But it's only a 2-game week for the Bucks. Are we still rolling him out in opening week?
Unless you have, a small forward that's a dual position guy. A lot of different leagues out there that you're tinkering with. I think you go ahead and give him the green light to everything. I agree with what you said. He didn't get the big contract. He still has that chip on his shoulder like when he went overseas coming out of high school. And it's all about him just calming down and maturing a little bit, getting on the same page with Scott Skiles. You're the starter. The ball's going to be in your hands. It's up to you to go out there and prove it.
Brandon Jennings was 21st across 8 categories last year overall. And if it was a normal week, not a shortened week, with the week starting on Tuesday, not Monday, and there were a lot of 3 and 4s in terms of the teams and the number of games they're playing, a 2-game week, But this is a week where a lot of teams only have 2 games, a lot of teams only have 3 games, and then the L.A. Lakers have 4. I think you could start Brandon Jennings and be happy about it this week. What about Isaiah Thomas? He's got an ankle injury for the Sacramento Kings. He's got competition from Aaron Brooks, Jimmer Fredette. They've got all kinds of guards. But it is a 3-game week for the Sacramento Kings. So you started the show with the Kings take. I'm looking for another one.
Yes, I'm liking Isaiah Thomas just from listening to Keith Smart. Keith Smart basically came out and said, I trust the young man. When I threw him in the fire and all the chaos last year, he produced. When things were going bad, he always had a positive attitude. So he has the keys to the car right now. Will him and Aaron Brooks play together at times with a small backcourt? That will happen. I think Isaiah Thomas is going to have a solid year because your coach believes in you. You don't understand when you're a point guard and your coach believes in you. It gives you the extra confidence.
Here's why I say don't start Isaiah Thomas this week. You're watching the Sacramento Kings play. Presumably they play on Wednesday. I can't remember exactly when. Okay, you're sitting down to watch Isaiah. Ooh, I got Isaiah. He's ready to go. We're going to get some numbers. Everything's going to be cool. And then, where is he? He's on the bench. Oh, I see a lot of Aaron Brooks out there. We don't know exactly how the rotation is going to look, and I just don't want you guys to start him, get all excited, and then get totally let down when he doesn't play the minutes that you think he should or that you want him to get. He may get 30 to 35 minutes per game. I just can't guarantee you that.
You disagreeing with me?
A little bit.
Okay, keep going.
But it's a subtle disagreement.
Keep going.
It's a subtle disagreement.
I'm keeping notes.
Not a vehement disagreement.
Keep going, keep notes.
Like that other time when you took my brothers back instead of me. Now, that was a vehement. I'm just kidding. What about Evan Turner here for the 76ers? He's a little banged up as well here, DZ, coming in. He's got an ankle injury, only a 2-game week for the Sixers, and they are so deep at the perimeter positions with Jay Rich and Nick Young and Thaddeus Young and Darrell Wright. Do we like Evan Turner this week?
No. It's surprising because he was drafted with number 2 a few years ago. And we expect him to do all these great things. I love Evan Turner's game. He's an NBA player. I think he's going to have a long career, but he's not going to be one of those exciting guys, one of those stat stuffers. So I'm going to say don't start him.
I say don't start him as well here in week number 1. Stash him. I mean, he's a nice sleeper. I do have him as a sleeper, just not here in week 1.
Exactly.